Hey, have you seen Ethan around? No. He hasn't been the same since he hit his head. He went to Panama and Cuba.
Good grief, where else has he been?
All sorts of places. Hey, Ethan! Where's Ethan at?
Bully! Just bully!
Oh, get out of the way!
Just bully! I am a firm believer of speak softly and carry a big stick. Everybody, welcome to another episode of the 11 Bang Bang channel. I'm your host, Ethan Woods, and no, this is not a history of the handguns and Colt, and no, this is not National Dress Like Teddy Roosevelt Day. Let me tell you a little story of why I am like this, because this is actually how I've started dressing to go to church on Sunday, and I was carrying the Schofield in my shoulder holster for my carry gun in church. Why do I carry it in the shoulder holster? Well, because whenever I have my son sitting on my right side, it's nice to have my gun on this side. But anyhow, so I was just kind of dressed this way, and I was like, well, I need some glasses because we're going to be shooting at steel, and I don't want something that looks modern like sunglasses or something. So we went and got the old spectacles, and we immediately realized that I look a whole lot like Teddy Roosevelt, evidently. So let's go ahead and let's talk about what we came here to talk about, and that is this, the Uberti Schofield from Taylor's & Company. Now, let's go ahead. I'm going to load up a few more rounds of this. We don't have a whole lot of ammo for it today. But what we do have is some of these, we call them plowboy loads. They're actually the original loading for the 45 Colt. They are a 255 grain bullet and 40 grains of 3F black powder. So let's go ahead, let's load that up. Got 6 in there. I'm gonna pop a few targets here. Let's go ahead and shoot this steel right here. Them are snappy. And then if you couldn't tell, I actually hit pretty good with this gun. You think I can hit a 12 gauge shotgun shell?
Try it.
Nope, evidently not, and I'm not gonna waste the ammo on it. Anyhow, guys, this is a very, very good gun. Let's see, I got any? I got one more shell left. Let's use it on something. Oh, what should I shoot, Caleb? I can't shoot the 100-yard gong, it's been knocked off. So, what are my thoughts on the Uberti Schofield from Taylor's & Company? Well, let me tell you, it's actually a very good representation of a second model Schofield. I am not going to go into the history, by the way, of these guns. This is just a review. And from what I've handled of Model 3s, Smith & Wessons, this one is very, very close. I will say the lockup on this gun is very pristine now, thanks to yours truly, because when we first got this gun, it was used. And somebody had filed down the hand for some weird reason. We actually stretched the hand and we pinged it, basically, and got it moved out, and now it locks up tight. We got a little grease on the arbor, so we're still running pretty good. We got some of Blackie's boar butter. It works pretty good for keeping your Schofield running. And yeah, every now and then I will actually carry this to church with me as a carry gun. And for those of you who say, well, it's too slow to reload, let me show you something right quick. So now I'm just gonna go show you why I don't feel bad about concealed carrying this gun. First of all, it's very powerful, it's very accurate. And let's see here. Say I fired my 6 rounds here. Bang, 6 rounds is up. Go ahead and eject them cases. And we can actually use, and I'm doing it terribly, a speed loader and load back up, and we're ready to go again. That's actually a pretty viable carry gun. All right, so I'm going to try to attempt to hit that 10-inch plate here at 40 yards. Let's go ahead and see if we can do this here. Absolutely. All day. That's pretty cool. You hear it, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me try one more. Because I think I'm hitting just a little low on it. There, that's a good solid hit. So, the Uberti / Taylors & Company Schofield. I will tell you this, the sights don't work how you think they should. You think that you should be putting this blade in the bottom of the notch. That's not how it works. You will actually see on here, I'm gonna pull this back, go ahead and unload it. So you would think that you would actually put this blade down there in the bottom of that notch, kind of like that. That's not actually how you sight with this gun. You actually level it up with the top of the entire V, kind of like that. It's really kind of like a primitive combat sight, and it works really well, and I can't get it to do very well because I'm shivering. But you get the point. Man, I really do look like Teddy Roosevelt. Let's go ahead and take some more shots. All right, so now we're really gonna kind of stretch the legs of the old Schofield here. One of these is a smokeless load loaded with 7 grains of HP 38. It's a cowboy load. I don't know which one though. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to hit this 10-inch plate at 100 yards. So here we go, one-handed. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it's done.
How the West is won.
One-handed with the old obsolete black powder Smith & Wesson.
And it sounded like it hit pretty
It hit pretty doggone hard.
We can do this with the Colt now.
So just so you guys know, the Uberti, not the original Schofields, I can't stress that enough, the Uberti Schofield will handle modern smokeless loads. I have 2 rounds in here loaded up, and these are 255 grain bullets loaded with 7.5 grains of HP 38. So it's a pretty decent little round. Caleb wants me to knock that steel plate off there because he says it's barely hanging on. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, they work. They just hit on a little different spot. These ones are actually hitting quite a bit lower than the actual black powder loads, which I definitely prefer. The Uberti / Taylors & Company Schofield. It is a very good representation of a Smith & Wesson Model 3 2nd generation Schofield. You have the thumb groove back here. Everything really matches up quite well. Even the internals are pretty good themselves. These guns are highly accurate. I feel like I'm shooting a target gun when I shoot this one. Even right now, I'm kind of shivering. It's pretty chilly out here. It's about 25 degrees. I'm hitting very good with this gun, and that is because of, like I stated before, these kind of prototype, or not really prototype, but these kind of primitive combat sights, I'd almost call them. They're very easy to pick up. They're very quick to pick up, and they are very accurate. The trigger pull on this gun, it's a nice trigger pull, about 4 pounds. It does have the typical kind of gumming up with a black powder on the cylinder after a few rounds, but Blackie's Boar Butter does actually kind of help with the arbor. We're still in operation. All in all, guys, this is a fantastic firearm. I do not feel bad about putting this gun in, or my life in this gun's hands. I don't feel bad about defending my family with this firearm. It's a hard hitter, it's accurate, and I shoot very well with it. So, if you get a chance to get a Uberti Schofield, jump on it. It's a good gun. It's a very good gun. So, we are at that point now of where we gotta say goodbye, and I have 2 rounds in here. One of them is a smokeless round, and one of them is a plowboy load. And Cowboy Bill and Cowboy Bob have been on my naughty list, so we're gonna see if we can dispatch of them both. So as always, thank you for watching. Trust in God. And keep your powder dry. And we're actually both black powder. Bye.